Emergency response is a process that we can prepare as much as we can, but we can never be ready. So we have to prepare people to react and create the methods and learn by heart the processes and the do's and don'ts. And for that reason, we have to run a lot of exercises. With the simulation, we are introducing a new way of making these exercises to be as realistic as possible in a very comfortable environment and have a lot of variations, because that's the name of the game in emergency response.
So emergency response simulation is an online digital tool that aims to simulate the roles and responsibilities of what you would call classical emergency response planning today. It is of value, or can be of value, to airlines, airports, and many parts of the supply chain associated with crisis and emergency response.
IATA is interacting with all the key stakeholders, the airports, the airlines, and the ground service providers, and we provide training in several domains. One of that is the emergency response preparation and training, and since the last 10 years we trained more than 2,700 people in the topic. We decided that we should help them in the best possible way, introducing technology in ERP training, and specifically on simulation. That is the most critical part of the whole process.
So I don't think it's lost on anyone that we work with industry, and we're in constant governance and technical contact with the industry. So we do have forums and working groups and so on that help us guide the way that we come up with solutions. This particular training option was absolutely part of some key feedback from a range of different stakeholders, and we're really happy to finally see this come to life.
This is a very valuable solution for two reasons. One has to do with the training itself. The theory says that when you learn something, in order to retain knowledge, you have to apply what you've learned as soon as possible, and we are talking about hours. So the best way is to complete your theoretical training and then apply in a comfortable environment what you have learned. So the simulation gives you that opportunity. Second, it is very important for people to learn how to interact with the teams in case of emergency, not to learn by heart anything that is very specific to a case. They have to build the mechanisms. It has to become second nature. So that is the most important thing when you complete your training, to start developing these reactions. So this is what we achieve with the simulation.
So there are many different value propositions, and I think if we just go with the rhetoric of three, and I just give you three that are pretty straightforward. So the solution is really about making sure that operators can optimize their resources when they deploy training across their organization. The second piece, I think, is about the international nature of some operations and making sure that all parts of their network, all of their interests and assets are included and have key roles to play within the simulation of a crisis. And I think the final piece is really a different way, coming out of COVID, where we were online quite persistently. It's a different way of simulating some of those accountabilities and seeing what those results may produce. We're aiming for Q1 2024 at this stage.